Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Daily Young Number 1000 Days Challenge. This is day 678, so let's get things started. Alright, so first and foremost, in terms of balance market structure update-wise, equity balance-wise, there's no change. In terms of the market update-wise, what you do see in terms of S&P 500 and Nasdaq, what you do see is that we form an inside rate candlestick itself. But as long as we do maintain above 20 exponential moving average in terms of price-wise, I do see that we are still clearly in the range bound kind of manner. In fact, if we do form between a very nice parallel range itself, even if we do close slightly below 20 exponential moving average, will still not be entirely bearish in that sense. We definitely do want a very clear rejection of the 20 exponential moving average, and then following through the next day itself, we have a very sharp drop from there, and volume picks up from there. That will be a very clear sign that there's a breakout, and it must break below the low of the range itself. So until that happens, we could definitely still trend towards higher high or definitely still consolidate within this zone. On the other hand, for ASH and KWEB, we do see a potential red candlestick for ASH. So we could without a doubt be dropping earlier today, which we actually did. So of course, the question is how far will we be pulling back from here? If we do not pull back from far and then buyers start to step in, it could go to show that buyers are actually very keen and that there are buyers that could be fear of missing out in that sense. That could very much spark a shift in terms of momentum wise. And on the other hand, for KWEB itself, we did see a very nice gap out in terms of green candlestick itself. But bear in mind that we are hitting key resistances and we do not have a very strong base to build from in terms of this push towards the upside. And I don't see this as a potential V-shaped recovery simply because of the fact that unlike the US, things China does not have a clear monetary policy that aligns in terms of the financial market. And even though they have multiple times claimed that they will be supporting and they want to support the financial market itself, we do not see that actually the price having a very strong bounce. So in that particular manner, I do not see that we do have a very strong V-shaped recovery for a KWEB or ASHR in particular, I would say. Of course, we could still have potential recovery over a longer period of time. So I would say it's more like a slow kind of recovery due to a change or shift in terms of the selling pressure and an increase in terms of buying pressure wise. All right. And finally, for Bitcoin itself, we did form a red bearish candlestick and close below 20 exponential moving average, which is one of the key criteria I mentioned that I would turn bearish. But however, even fulfill the second criteria, which is that the price must break below the low of yesterday's low itself, which currently we are still holding strong in that manner. So if at the moment itself, with more than 12 hours past the daily candlestick itself, I'm no longer as bearish as it is. I would see this more like a range bound kind of approach, simply because of the fact that in order for the 20 exponential average to form a very key dynamic resistances, we want that once it breaks after the following day volume starts to pick up and price also breaks below the low of yesterday itself. That is where it gives clear confirmation that we are actually having a shift of momentum towards the bearish side of things from a neutral perspective. So until that has changed, I still lean towards a neutral kind of territory. And we could without doubt still be having a potential sharp drop towards the downside and then a strong bounce, resulting in a false break whereby people actually enter a short and then they have to close their trade once price do bounce towards the upside of things. So let's see how things goes. I'm definitely staying clear in terms of market wise, simply because things is a little bit choppy and things does not fulfill my criteria. So I'll be staying off of it. With that said, I've come to the end of today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop by your comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.